Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to do a New Year's Eve look, but a more kind of simple wearable, and then I plan on doing crazy, glittery, probably not actually very wearable. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But to start today, I am going to exfoliate my lips because this is essentially going to be the same thing as my last holiday Christmas tutorial, but with different colors. Just, throwing that out there. So just running this over lightly. Don't have to, scrape. I like to kind of swipe as if I was applying lipstick and then move in little circular motions. And just take off any excess granules. And then I'm going over with my First Aid Beauty, what is it? Ultra Repair Lip Therapy. All right, so I'm going to let that settle in and get going with the rest of my face. So, we'll prime. Fergie primer from Wet n Wild. So while that settles in, I'm going to do my brows. I'm using my Essence brow pencil in blonde. Just brushing the hairs up and then that way. So just a quick aside, I think I can tell you what I think of this at this point. It's very soft for an eyebrow pencil. It doesn't feel soft when you swatch it on your hand, but it is quite soft. So it's good if you're in a rush and need something quick that's just going to fill in and be done with it. Or maybe you don't really have a whole lot of need to, do any precise work. This is a really great, really affordable option. However, if you want precision, if you want detail, this is probably not the pencil for you. So, give it a shot if you want. Yeah, those are my thoughts on it. Okay, so moving on to the eyes, because why not? I am just going to kind of smooth out the coloration on my eyes with the Milani Shadow Eyes Almond Cream. And I'm actually going to put just a little bit on my finger and then kind of swipe it on that way. I only want a very light layer because I don't actually want this to show up as much color. And it is a little different from my actual skin tone. So it's not... it won't blend in quite as well if I put too much on. From there, I'm actually going to tight line while there's not a whole lot else going on my eyes. Using my Milani Supreme Kohl Kajal Liner. You'd think I would remember what it's called at this point. This is a nice pencil for that because it's very soft and smooth and you don't have to, keep layering it on, but it doesn't stay as well as I'd like it to. So if you have any suggestions for a really great waterline pencil, let me know. I'd appreciate it. All right, so, I also want to try to stop saying, all right, so. Every time I'm editing it, I'm like, why are you saying that still? Okay. For the lid, I'm actually going to put a little bit of a highlighter on. I think I'm going to go with the pale white one here in the NYX Underneath It All palette. You could also just use a white shadow very lightly. I don't want it to actually show up white. It can be pale, but I don't want it to be... like an opaque white color. And I'm just going to tap that over the whole lid with my finger still, because, I can. I'm going to blend it up a little bit. Now to really make that shine even more. I'm going in with another one of the e.l.f. Long-Lasting Lustrous Eyeshadows. This is in the shade Confetti. It's pretty. That's all I really have to say about it. So now I'm going to take a liquid liner. This is the Wet n Wild Waterproof Liner. And draws such a thin line just along the lash line. I only want to do a thin line now because I'm not exactly sure what shape I want to go for, if I want to do a wing or not. It is what I'm leaning towards, but we'll see. All right, so let's move on to the skin, which I've honestly been avoiding because I just did a mask and my skin just feels so lovely. I don't want to put anything on it. But here we go for you guys. So as usual, taking a little bit of my Kat Von D, mixing it in with the NYX BB cream. Da-da-da. As always, just mixing that in the back of my hand. And I think I'm just going to smooth this in with my fingers as well. They are real, as much as I love brushes and all that jazz, fingers are a great beauty tool also. Going in with my Urban Decay. Bring that under the eyes. Have a nice little hormonal breakout right here though. And it's in that awful stage where it hasn't quite come to the surface, but it's very painful. So that's fun. I guess this is, a brush-free tutorial. Gonna set that. First brush of the tutorial, I think. Coverall powder as usual. And then I'm just gonna powder the rest of my face. I want a really matte finish because I want to play with highlighter. So I'm actually using my Real Techniques buffing brush. Dip it into the powder and just kind of press it on. I find, at least for my skin, that helps it to stay a little bit more matte. All right, moving on, or moving back, I suppose, to eyes. I'm gonna curl my lashes. And then going in with the Physicians Formula CC Mascara. This is quite a natural looking mascara. I'm going to go in with false lashes. I find this is a really nice mascara for when I wear false lashes because it really coats every lash. I like the shape of it. I find it easy to work with, the brush that is. So I feel like I can get a nice solid coat on my natural lashes and they just blend in with falsies a little bit better. For my lashes, I'm going to go pretty natural with it. These are the Ardell 110s. I don't necessarily want it to be pow lashes, but I want to just look like I naturally have really full lashes, which I find these do that. There we go. Do 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 do. Okay, so let's bring a little bit of life back into my face. So gonna contour, as always, with my NYX powder. Blush and taupe. So right under the cheekbone and then brushing it up towards the temple. Now I'm actually going to do highlight and blush and stuff last. I want to put on my lips so I can kind of gauge the rest of my face. And I'm using the NYX High Voltage Lipstick in Dahlia, which I think will just be really fun with this. I am going to go in with a lip liner. I don't have a really dark... I don't have a lip liner that matches this, so I'm just going to use a nude one. Because really it's more to keep the lipstick a little bit more in place. This is the Milani Color Statement Lip Liner in Nude. What I usually like to do with lip liner is follow the line of my lips, make sure everything looks even, and then fill in with it. And then going in with the lipstick. Okay, so for blush, I think I actually can go a little bit brighter on the cheeks because the lip is dark and then the eyes are pretty light. So I'm actually going to go in with my e.l.f. Pink Passion blush on a Real Techniques contour brush because I do things opposite, I suppose. And I'm just going to pat that on the apple of my cheeks. And then I think I'm going to go in with that cheek brush. Blend it back. Yeah, that's nice. This blush gives a very, at least on my skin tone, it gives a very flushed, just got out of the cold kind of look, which I like. And then finally into highlighter. Now I think I'm going to go back into this pale white one. It has a little bit of a golden shift, and I think that will go well with the rest of me. So e.l.f. small tapered brush. And usual spots, dusting that on the tops of the cheekbones. And for the sake of argument, I'm actually going to highlight everywhere, which depending on your skin, you may or may not like to do. So I'm going to bring a little bit above the brow bone. I don't usually put it on my nose, but people do. So you can bring it to the tip of the nose. I'm actually going to use a finger. Dot that on the Cupid's bow, especially with this dark lip, that'll be nice. On the chin. And there we have the finished look. I hope you can see how shiny and beautiful that eyeshadow is. Hey guys, what's up? All right, so I hope that you enjoyed this look, this tutorial, and I will see you very soon for all kinds of good stuff. I've got another New Year's Eve tutorial coming. I have my 2015 favorites. Yeah, so all kinds of good stuff. So stay tuned, subscribe below if you would like to keep up with me. And I hope you have an amazing day. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas holiday season, whatever it is you do then. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.